Hi and welcome. Today I'm here with What's New to my Stash, my collection 2025 total. I'm gonna show you every polish I did purchase during 2025, and I'm gonna show them by brand. Most of them have been shown in a haul, but not all of them. I did get 5 different brands, but they are all easily available here in Sweden and in my town. Just feel like that's why I buy them sometimes. I wish we had one like indie polish site here in Sweden, or maybe in the Nordic, a little bit closer. I feel like I'm a little bit like I have to source from Europe. I feel like they are good sites. Hopefully soon I will try them. I think I say that every year, but someday I will. So the first brand is Depend. I did get 2 this year. These coffee brown shades. The darker one is called Gypsy Soul. And the lighter one is called Paris in My Heart. Next is the brand Essence. I did get 4 of them. First these 2 from the main formula. I did show the brown in the haul this year. It's called Espresso Yourself. Very deep, dark chocolate, dark coffee, espresso color. Very pretty. The other one I didn't show in the haul. I did get this one in Stockholm in April. Lyko does have a few stores around Sweden. It's not only an online store anymore. I did go to Stockholm for the Stuttering Association conference, yearly conference, and I noticed that on Friday when I was going out to dinner with my friend, because I did go a few days early, I forgot my mascara. So I knew that when I'm going to the hotel where the conference is, I will pass a lot of stores with mascaras. And I did remember that Lyko store is just in the middle of the town, and I would pass there to the hotel. So I went in there and I did pick up Essence Lash Princess mascara. I have had it before, so and it's not so expensive. I thought it's good to buy that one. And also did pick up this polish. I was looking I think at 4 polishes, but only shows 1. This one is called Dazzling Shell. It is beautiful, like speck, like glass specks, glitter, shimmery glitter topper. It is probably a topper. I really like it. And I did pick up 2 mini ones, and you did see them in the haul earlier this year. These 2 ones. The one glowing in the dark. And this one, next one, is a teal glitter. This one is called, I don't know, This is this beautiful teal glitter. Next is the Chanel Glaze. I did get 4 this year. You also saw them in the haul. I did get a backup of Ruby Pumps, or like a second backup, and a backup of Purple Spontaneous. This is Ruby Pumps. And Spontaneous. Now they get another white and white. And yellow polka dot bikini. Nice neon. Next is Essie. I have 6 of them. Did get 3 from the Love collection they have. Formula. This one is called Good Impressions. And Back to Love. And this purple called Carefree but Caring. That is like me. It really describes me. I do care, but I'm carefree. And this one called Sip Sip Hooray. But you have seen this one in a haul earlier this year, if you saw it. But the next 2 I haven't shown in the haul before. I did get this glitter, but it's really old and separated. It was in the sales bin, but the formula has really gone bad. You can see that it have been discolored by the glitter. But, you know, I like the glitter, so I don't mind it. And I did get this Espressi called All Ramped Up. It was also on sale. It is wine, like wine red purple polish. And the brand I did get the most of is OPI. I did get 7 of them this year. And you saw them all in hauls. I didn't get anything else of them. First one is the pink called It's a Girl. And the rest are from this year's spring collection. I did buy them in the fall. So I'm looking forward to using them this spring, coming next year. First one is this purple called Where Time Stands Still. Yellow called Say Hello to Yellow. It's orange called Dreamsicle. And the blue called Living the Fantasy. And a green or teal green called mint green teal green, but it's called Teal's Familiar. So it's a teal. And like a sandy color beige called From Dusk to Salon. So my total for this year is 23 polishes. I feel like that has been my number past year, around 20. I feel like that's okay number. And I'm thinking that I think I have only used one of them, and it's this orange. I did use this one in now, I think in October, November. It was around Halloween. It was okay for fall. I feel like it's a nice color for fall also, and spring. Like I said, I did get 23. I had time, or I did choose to use one. So that's a little bit, maybe a little bit too blah 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 blah. So I did get 23, and I've used the one out of the 23. That's maybe a little bit less good. But I feel like the OPIs are more spring colors than the pastels, and one is from the spring collection. Oh man, I feel like the OPI are more towards spring, especially I feel like all of them are more like pastels, and one of them was the spring collection, so I wasn't feeling for them this season. So that's what's new to my stash. 2025, 23 polishes. Less than a year a number, that's good. So now the plans for 2026 with purchasing nail polishes. I'm not gonna do a no-buy. I don't want to do that for myself. I'm gonna go with a slow, low buy. And there was one commenting my last video that the baby will try indie polishes, and I feel like I'm more, I know, you know, I'm talking about it each year, but it's something I feel like I want to do, because I feel like I'm getting tired of the mainstreams. They are just doing the same formulas and the same colors and just changing names sometimes. But I feel like I'm buying them because they are easily available. So I feel like now I'm gonna be like, you know, the fine tasters, the fine collectors, to like, yeah, I maybe buy less for like the same price or a little bit more price, but you know, if they're a little bit more special, fun to try, it is worth it. So I'm leaning more and more towards that, and maybe I will, you know, do a shopping cart list at websites, and you know, so when I'm looking to buy a polish, I try to go there and like, I'm gonna save for this one, I'm gonna save it for this one, so I'm not buying, yeah. So I feel like I'm leaning more and more towards that. Hopefully someday now I can do that. Maybe next year it will be my indie year. You know, it's better if I buy, you know, here I have 23, but they are very like, you know, not that special maybe, but they are nice colors. But if I buy, you know, 13, but maybe for the same price, but 13 that are more special or different or new for me to try, I think that is more worth it. So that's, for me, I feel like there's no wrong or right interests, hobbies, but it's good to have more than one, so you don't get like stuck in one thing and just like, and you know, everything can get too much, you know, and too little. So it's good to have different things that you enjoy, that we enjoy. I'm not gonna do a no-buy because, you know, for me, like I said, for me it's a hobby. It's an active hobby interest. I want to be in the now, and if I see something like paying my attention, like something catching my attention, I want to buy it and just keep going. So, like I said, I want to slow low buy, because I did look at polishes. I found some OPI that was on sale, like 30%. I was like, but I didn't. But it shows that I'm not gonna buy it, because I felt I had enough polishes for this year. Like I can save them for next year if they're still around. Because then, you know, with everything, you know, you will never be caught up. There will always be something next year that you want. You know, it's just good to leave room for that. And you know, Westlife is coming to Sweden, to Stockholm next November. So I did buy my ticket to that, and that did cost a lot. So after that, I felt like, you know, I have bought enough for this year. Now I want to maybe, you know, I'm for like, you know, my biggest hobbies is gardening and nail polish, and they, you know, both of them take money, and I know I'm trying to focus on also doing more experiences, doing more things instead of to buy things. But the difference, I think, with buying plants and flowers, that you get them, you know, seeds and stuff. They give me food and they give me pretty flowers to have in bouquets. So, you know, still gardening still will give back, maybe more than nail polish will do in that way, you know. In gardening is still a joy, is to be creative and colors, and but still, you know, you get food and flowers back. So it's good to have a hobby that gives you something back also. In that way also you can have, you know, friends and socializing around it, talking about it. Nail polish can do that too, and it's why I do videos on YouTube and my Instagram page, so I can connect with people who have similar interests. though I can't meet them most because you all live all over the world. It would be fun to like do a nail polish lover friend tour someday. Maybe someday I can do that and visit some friends that I have through this. Because sometimes, like for me, living in a small town in Sweden, we don't have that big population. Especially in the north, we are very spread out. It's not easy to find friends, people that you will connect with, you know. So I feel like internet, Instagram and YouTube bring me like my kind of people, or you call it, that you enjoy with. And I can see that many people who do YouTube, the ones I follow, like similar things, so like makeup, nail polish, gardening, yoga. So I feel like I'm finding my people like that, but it's sad that so many people live so far away. But you know, it does do something good for me, and I keep doing those things. But you know, I also try to now also to try to maybe travel and do things, experience things, not just buying things. But I will do like a very, very low, almost a no-buy with clothes and anything else right now, because I have too much. I have to use things up. You know, I have become smaller in size, so now there are things that I can wear again that fits, that have been waiting in my closets for a few years. So I feel like I really don't need to buy more. So yeah, because also in makeup I do like almost a no-buy, only to replace something, or if we can add something to my collection, my stash, to use it, I will buy that. But it's like very, very slow buy, low buy, not a no buy, but like almost a no buy. Yeah. So that's my thoughts about purchasing things. But that has been my mindset for a while. Like, you can't always be caught up. There will always be new things coming out. There will always be like something else you will like. Sometimes you can just appreciate it to see, oh, that is pretty, but I don't need it right now. Maybe if I find it later, or then I find something else. Because there will always be something that we will like. So thanks so much for watching. Hope I see you next time. Bye!